And welcome back to Summit Sunrise. Here with my first guest of the day, Olivia from the Breckenridge Music Festival. And a lot of you guys, if you're in town, you've been heading down Main Street, you see the big Breckenridge Music Festival banner across Main Street in Breckenridge. And what exactly is the Breckenridge Music Festival?
So the Breckenridge Music Festival essentially is a year-round festival. We do music all year, but the big chunk of what we do happens in the summer right now. And we basically have two components. We have an orchestra that's in residence here in Breckenridge and Summit County for about 5 to 7 weeks. And then we also have the Blue River Series, which is more of our popular act series. So we get about 7 bands during the summertime that just come in like any other show, do their one act, and then head off on their tour.
So I was talking to Heather from the Riverwalk Center the other day, and it's kind of like you guys are like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You know, you got the orchestra, but then you've also got like these big, giant names that come in that are totally different.
Absolutely. So it's so funny because we have we always like to say there's something for everyone. So we have our orchestra series, and not only in that we have, you know, your standard orchestra, but we do Hollywood music, we do Broadway music, all of that within just the orchestra, and then we bring in like Preservation Hall Jazz Band, which is really fun, relaxed, hangout music, and then Trampled by Turtles, which is more of your 20-something audience, which can get kind of rowdy too. And then so it's really kind of, we hit the gamut, you know, of
definitely
everything.
Do. Absolutely. So, okay, you know, being that it is summer, although today it certainly doesn't feel like it, how much longer are you guys going to be doing your season? How much longer does it last?
So we only have 1 week left.
Seriously, so, this is the last week?
Yep, this is the last week. We go from, we have concerts basically every day this week.
Wow.
From Monday up until Saturday is our last day.
Okay.
So if you haven't come, now is your chance, and now is the time.
So what's going on? What can we look forward to this last week of the BMF?
So kind of in a nutshell, because there is so much going on, Tuesday I have chamber music with a guest artist, Robin Sutherland. He's the pianist of San Francisco Symphony, and he is just an absolute favorite, always, every year at the BMF. He's a Colorado native. He loves being in Breckenridge. Wednesday I have a concert called Bring On the Brass. So essentially it's all the BMF brass players. That one's also kind of a favorite. They play all brass music, but our brass players are so much fun and personable that they kind of talk you through the concert. They tell you about playing the brass instruments. They talk about the pieces. So it's kind of like a, you know, a fun, I don't want to say lecture, but a talk along with the concert.
I like that because I think, I mean, there's certain people that know a lot about orchestra music, but I'm certainly not one of them. So it's kind of fun to understand a little bit more from their perspective.
And then Thursday is one of our Blue River Series concerts, which is the non-classical I was talking about. We have Asleep at the Wheel coming. And they have been here a few times before, and everyone just absolutely loves them. People just tell us to bring them back all the time, so they're back again. And that's going to be on Thursday. And I always say, you know, if you're hanging out for the weekend, go see Asleep at the Wheel. They're kind of swing, country, boogie type music, and then hit up the rodeo on the weekend, and your whole week is
your little country weekend is complete.
Exactly.
That's amazing. I love it. And so how do people get tickets for these?
So the best way, I always say to get tickets, see the calendar, see what's going on, is BreckenridgeMusicFestival.com, because that's just your informational source. There's a couple other ways also. You can call the Riverwalk Center box office, which they sell our tickets, 970-547-3100. So you have so many options. You can't go wrong.
No, definitely not. Now, we didn't even finish out the week. So, you know, Thursday we have Asleep at the Wheel, and then what about Friday and Saturday?
So Friday we call it Swingin' in the Summit, tribute to the Duke. So it's going to be all music of Duke Ellington, which is always a favorite every year because everyone knows the music, loves the music. It's really fun, you know, swing music. And then Saturday is our absolute last concert of the summer, so don't miss it. And we also feature Robin Sutherland, the pianist of San Francisco Symphony, and that one's always really fun because, I mean, everyone is just energized to, you know, not to say finish up, but because we had such a great, go out with a bang. We've had such a great season that it's just it turns into a really great event.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Well, if you haven't been yet, you definitely don't know what you're missing. It's so much fun. And you know, if you were gonna kind of lay it out for people, you know, for this week, if you had to pick one, Olivia, I'm gonna put you on the spot here. But if you had to pick one, what would you say? You know what? Don't miss this one. Sign up. get your tickets now, what would be your pick for this week?
I would say, you know, if I had to give a recommendation to someone, I actually have to do two.
Okay,
If you're not the classical type, which not everyone is, definitely
Right.
Asleep at the Wheel is
Sure.
going to be your cup of tea. It's non-classical, it's fun, upbeat. And then if you are a little bit more want to hang out and sit in your seat and enjoy the music, maybe Tribute to the Duke, Swingin' in the 7 on Friday, because that one is swing music. You're probably going to recognize all the music. It's with the orchestra, really fun. You know, we have a great time on that show.
And then if you love it, you can still have another chance to go back and see them on Saturday night.
Exactly.
All right, perfect. Well, Olivia, always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Yep, I threw a lot of information at you
I know,
today,
a lot.
so.
So look for that website to get more
Yeah.
and to kind of, you know, simplify it for yourself and be able to write it down. But we're going to take a break here on Summit Sunrise, and more is still coming your way, so don't go anywhere.